Alright, TNA Bound for Glory 2013 is gonna start tomorrow night. And I guess I'll give a little bit of preview and prediction as to what's gonna happen. The pre-show, which apparently TNA is doing these now, as well as WWE, is gonna be Chavo Guerrero and Hernandez, Bad Influence versus Eric Young and Joseph Park versus BroMans, Jessie, Godderz, and Robbie E. in basically a tag gauntlet match to decide the #1 contender for the tag team championships. It's most likely going to be heels and it's kind of the out of all these guys, the only one who seems like any kind of threat or any kind of a reasonable threat to James Storm and Gunner would be Bad Influence. And honestly, I hope Bad Influence goes on to not only become #1 contenders, but also beat James Storm and Gunner, because I really don't think the tag team division is where James Storm needs to be right now. Anyway, the actual card, I'm guessing will start with ODB versus Gail Kim versus Brooke for the TNA Knockouts Championship. I don't know what's happened to the girl who beat up Drew McIntyre, but I'm sad she's not on this, because she actually had some skills. Who's gonna win? I don't know. Brooke Tessmacher is like getting the most attention, but that's just because of Bully Ray, who is not really getting that high of rating. So I'm actually thinking Gail Kim to still win the TNA. Shit, I should have marked it if she was champion or not. But I'm thinking Gail Kim's gonna win this. After that, I'm guessing it's gonna be Sting versus Magnus, or this is probably gonna be higher on the card, but this is where I would put it. Sting. I don't see Sting, like, losing. Magnus, up-and-coming guy, could use the rub. What does Sting care? He'll still win anyway. Anyway, after that, Gunner and James Storm versus the winner of the Tag Gauntlet. I already gave my thoughts that Bad Influence will most likely be the opponents, and I think they should win, but I'm not sure whether or not they will. The new group Ego is actually pretty funny, in my opinion. And I kind of wish they would get huge pushes, but I don't see that happening because later on, the other member of Ego, Bobby Roode, is going to be facing off against Kurt Angle. And Kurt Angle is going into the TNA Hall of Fame. So, yeah, Kurt Angle, he's coming out of here on top. Anyway, after that, I'm guessing is going to be Manik versus Austin Aries versus Chris Sabin versus Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe in an Ultimate X match for the TNA X Division Championship. Austin Aries is most likely going to be the guy to win this. Or, like, he seems like the guy who seems in the right position to win this. Who will most likely win this? Jeff Hardy. I would root for my boy Samoa Joe, but he seems to be on his last legs in TNA, and I kind of wish he wasn't. Anyway, final match on the card is probably most likely going to be Bully Ray versus AJ Styles in a no disqualification match for the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. I have not been following TNA as religiously as I probably should be, but, well, actually, no, it's mostly because Aces and Ages bored the shit out of me. But, yeah, if I'm not mistaken, Aces and Eights is supposed to be sort of on the lower now, so I'm not sure whether or not Bully Ray will end up getting the support he needs. I remember, I think I called this, that after Final Destination, when AJ got banned from getting any more title shots until Bound for Glory, I thought, well, maybe that's when he's going to get the next one. And yep, that's exactly what happened. And hell, maybe his next opponent's going to be... Oh, wait, no, I think they said they weren't going to have more matches with Kazarian and AJ Styles. But anyway, I'm actually thinking AJ Styles is going to win this. I mean, the Bound for Glory series has become more pointless than it probably should be. But at the same time, AJ Styles is a guy who, you know, probably deserves it a little more than Bully Ray. And hell, Bully Ray's actually been given a lot, considering how little, ultimately, the company he's probably given back. So yeah, I see AJ Styles coming out of this with the TNA World Heavyweight Championship. Anyway, that's my thoughts on what will happen at Bound for Glory. Well, how about match quality? I see Kurt Angle, Bobby Roode being very good. I see the Ultimate X match being very good, and I see the main event actually being pretty good. Everything else seems like it could be... The rest of it seems like it could be good, but more likely to be crap. That's sort of my thoughts on what TNA Bound for Glory is going to be like. But what do you guys think is going to happen? Leave a comment down below, and be sure to stay tuned for when TNA Bound for Glory actually comes up, because I'll also be posting up a review of it shortly afterwards. So see you guys then.